You ate breakfast this morning, then lunch, then you will eat dinner tonight. 3 meals. Same as yesterday. Same as the day before. You have done this your entire life without ever once asking who decided that. Nobody told you 3 meals a day was biology. Nobody explained that your body requires food at 8 a.m., 1 p.m., and 6 p.m. You just did it. Because everyone does it. Because you were taught to. But here is the thing that should genuinely bother you. 3 meals a day is not natural. It is not biological. It is not what your body was designed for. It was invented by an industry that needed you to buy more food. And it worked so completely that questioning it now feels almost offensive. Like questioning gravity. But gravity existed before humans. 3 meals a day did not. For 300,000 years ancient humans ate nothing like you. There was no breakfast. There was no lunch. There was no dinner. There was no schedule at all. You ate when food was available. You ate when the hunt was successful. Sometimes that was once a day. Sometimes twice. Sometimes not at all for an entire day. And here is what the skeletal evidence shows. Ancient humans were not malnourished. Their bones were denser than yours. Their teeth were stronger. Their bodies carried almost no excess fat. They were eating less frequently than you and they were in significantly better physical condition. The Hadza in Tanzania, one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer groups on Earth, have been studied extensively by researchers at Harvard University. They do not eat 3 meals a day. They eat when food is available. Some days that is 2 meals. Some days 1. Some days they fast without planning to simply because the hunt did not produce. And their metabolic health is extraordinary. Almost zero type 2 diabetes. Almost zero obesity. Almost zero of the chronic metabolic diseases that now affect more than half the adult population in developed countries. They are not eating less because they are poor. They are eating less frequently because that is what the human body was actually designed for. So where did 3 meals a day actually come from? The answer is not ancient wisdom. It is not biology. It is not your doctor. The answer is medieval Europe. In the medieval period, wealthy Europeans began eating 3 structured meals as a display of social status. Only people with enough food and enough leisure time could afford to stop and eat 3 times a day. Poor people and laborers ate when they could. Eating 3 meals was a luxury, a performance of wealth, a signal that you had enough. Then the Industrial Revolution happened, and everything changed. Factory owners needed workers to show up at predictable times. They needed bodies fueled on a schedule that matched the factory clock. So the working day was divided. You work. You stop to eat. You work again. You stop to eat again. The meal schedule was not designed around your body. It was designed around the factory shift. It was a management tool disguised as a meal plan. Then breakfast cereal arrived. And this is where it gets genuinely uncomfortable. In the late 1800s, a man named John Harvey Kellogg invented processed breakfast cereal. Not because humans needed breakfast, but because he needed to sell a product. The breakfast food industry that followed spent the next 100 years convincing you that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. That skipping it would destroy your metabolism. That your children needed cereal before school. None of this was true. All of it was marketing. The most important meal of the day was invented by the people who sold breakfast. Modern nutritional science now largely agrees on something that would have seemed obvious to any ancient human. Your body does not need food every 4 to 6 hours. It needs food when it is genuinely hungry. Intermittent fasting, which is simply the practice of not eating on a rigid schedule, has been shown in study after study to improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, support brain function, and help maintain healthy body weight. Intermittent fasting is not a diet trend. It is simply how humans ate for 300,000 years before someone decided to sell you breakfast. Your body has an entire system built for periods without food. When you stop eating for 12 to 16 hours, your body switches from burning glucose to burning stored fat. Your insulin levels drop. Your cells begin a repair process called autophagy where damaged components are broken down and recycled. Your brain produces more of a protein called BDNF which supports new brain cell growth and protects against depression and anxiety. Your ancient ancestors activated this state regularly without trying. You suppress it every morning the moment you eat breakfast on schedule before your body has even asked for food. So here is what actually changed. Ancient humans ate when their body signaled genuine hunger. Not when a clock told them to. Not when a schedule demanded it. Not because a cereal company told them the first meal of the day was the most important. Their relationship with food was direct and honest. The body asked. They provided. When the body did not ask, they did not eat. Modern humans eat on a schedule designed by factory owners in the 1800s, reinforced by a food industry worth trillions of dollars, and defended by a lifetime of habit so deep it feels like biology. It is not biology. It is business. 3 meals a day was invented by wealthy medieval Europeans as a status symbol. It was industrialized by factory owners who needed workers on a schedule. It was commercialized by a breakfast food industry that spent a century manufacturing hunger and selling it back to you. Your body was built for flexibility. For feast and fast. For eating when food was genuinely available and not eating when it was not. That flexibility is not a flaw to be corrected with a meal schedule. It is a feature. The most sophisticated metabolic system on the planet, and we have been overriding it 3 times a day every day for 150 years. And then wondering why we are sick.